Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are talking today about Ready to Love, and I am joined by the lovely Tina. Yes. How you doing today, Tina? You're right, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm alive and I'm well, baby. I'm doing good. I'm good. I'm doing good. How's your you been all right? I said week. Well, how's your Monday?
It's good. It was really good. Productive.
Productive. Love that stuff. Love that stuff. Well, audience members, if you just joined us today, we're going to be talking about Ready to Love. We're going to talk a little bit about what we saw in the reunion, and a few episodes leading up to that as well. We're going to discuss some of those issues with Tina. I know the last time you were here, we got to break down a little bit about your background. We got to know a bit more better about you. On this occasion, we're just going to go straight in and chop it up about various things that happened on the show, and so hopefully you can clear up for us and maybe even make things a bit more, you know, give us a bit more understanding on certain things. Is that okay?
I can only make you understand as much as I understand.
That'll be it. That'll be it. That'll be it. Okay. My first question for you, Tina, is number one. You said that you ghosted the process, so I wanted you to break it down. What did you mean by you ghosted the process?
I don't feel like I ghosted the process. I feel like I more so ghosted the men. I did let production know that I actually came on camera and let people know, well, not people, but let Donovan know that I feel like it was time that I walked away, that I didn't have connections that were strong enough. And they did show some of that, but they actually cut out a lot of it as well. So I think it was just easy to say I ghosted Tommy and ghosted the whole process versus allowing me to control my narrative.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. So, okay. So, well, Tommy on a reunion said that he asked to meet you. You didn't meet him.
Mhm.
You kind of seem very nonchalant. I think most of the audience felt a little bit. It was a bit rude the way it came across on the editing. Maybe I want to get your point of view. Did you ghost Tommy or not?
Well, not necessarily. No, I didn't ghost him because production knew I had already quit. But for viewers' sake, it does look that way, and I was able to just go along with it. So I didn't ghost Tommy, but I did ghost production. I stopped answering their calls and I stopped
Mm.
showing up. So yeah,
Okay, so but did Tommy actually ever get a chance to organize a date for you two to come and talk? And so that never happened.
no.
So Tommy never got so you never responded to Tommy's message if he messaged you. I'm saying, okay, wait. First of all, did he message you?
No, and actually, it's funny because at the reunion, I actually turned to him. They didn't show it, but I actually turned to him and I was like, "Tommy, you called me." So yeah, no, he didn't. That was
So
not a
Tommy
plan.
never called you.
No, Tommy never called me.
Okay. So Tommy never called you. So why does Tommy say that he called you then?
I don't know. I guess it just made good to make it just seem like I ghosted him. But yeah, no, he never called me.
Okay, that's good to have a good definitive. That's something we can actually ask him as well. Fantastic. So Tommy never called you,
No,
and so you never got that message. So you never actually ghosted him, which means he was lying on the reunion.
I guess.
I mean that would be a lie. If I
I
said
mean,
to the
I don't
audience,
know. Here's the thing. I don't know. I asked him if he called me. So
mm,
I never got a call. My phone never rang.
okay, okay, cool, all right.
I
So
never spoke to him. That's what I
okay,
can say. Like I
okay,
never
fair enough,
called me.
fair
So
enough. So did production get hold of you then? Maybe did they try to get a
production
hold of
did
you
try
in
calling.
place?
Yeah, production did try calling me. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's a bit of then. So production tried to call you maybe on behalf of Tommy. Is that what it was then?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay,
I can say
okay,
that's probably yeah.
okay. Fair enough. Okay, so obviously, then you then get to the retreat. Where were I? From what I heard, you was at the retreat, but not at the retreat. So you was there, but you weren't there. So I want to clear that up. Were you at the retreat or nah? I'm talking about before you came on camera. What we saw you as. Were you at the retreat or nah?
I got there Tuesday. I got there the next day. Yeah.
You got it the next day.
Mhm.
Okay. So just okay. So when you got there the next day, Did production allow you to film straight away, or were you having to be withheld for a moment in time?
No, I didn't have. I had to get my makeup done, and they didn't let me go on scene.
They didn't let you go on scene. Why? Because
Yeah,
of makeup.
but word on street apparently is something else from one of my other castmates. I don't know where that came
Care to
from.
share what that other thing is?
No, because it's not true. So I'm not going to repeat false, fraudulent, or lies. So I
Oh,
just
but go
I
on.
heard this as well from them apparently posting, I guess, on their social media. So, but I'm not gonna repeat
Oh
it.
yeah, we all saw it. We also that's what I'm trying to
No,
address this.
I haven't seen it because
Oh, okay.
he's blocked me, and I don't go searching and looking up, to troll people online.
Oh,
Or,
let me share what he said then, just so we can get a clarification.
but
So you were upstairs, and unfortunately, you were inebriated, which means you were drinking, drunk, they would say, and you couldn't film. That is what was alluded to. So I'm trying to get that answer. Were you ever in that space? Were you upstairs in the
yeah, no,
house?
yes, I definitely was upstairs. So I'm glad that's been clarified. So I'm glad he was caught lying on camera saying I was not at the getaway. But yes, I was definitely there upstairs waiting to be filmed, and production didn't let me go on camera. So that's
Okay.
true. But these lies that he's decided to spread on my child, on me as a person, it's very sad that he's decided to do that, all to deflect the fact that I called him out at the reunion, which I have no reason to lie, but he's decided to say multiple things about me as a person. And that part, the only part that has hurt me, I feel like, is the things that he said about me as about my child, pertaining to my
Okay.
child. Other than that, everything else he said is a lie, and it's really sad that 2 minutes of fame has let a person go that low where they have to say or create all of these lies
Mm.
to deflect.
Different. Okay.
That's
So
how that's how I feel it is.
that's fine. That's fine.
The
That's not
reunion
fun.
the reunion was filmed in February. It really was. And so I'm just surprised that he's decided to wait this, the week that the reunion comes out, that now all of these things about me has happened. Or I wish I would have known these things existed months ago, that I
That's
was
cool. That's
being
cool.
held back. I never
We'll,
knew these rumors.
we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. Okay. I just want to make it very, very clear so that when I
I'm
so, no,
like,
just so I could ask the questions
I
when.
never knew these rumors until recently,
Okay.
until, was it yesterday, today, somebody messaged me saying he was slandering my name. And I was just like, wow.
That's cool. That's cool. I just wanted to ask these questions. I said that's cool. Again, so just okay. So just to clarify, so you said you arrived at the retreat when?
The next day, Tuesday.
To Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
And did you film on Tuesday or did you film the next day?
I filmed the last day. They were there Monday, which
It,
Monday I didn't show because I was working. I had to ship packages.
okay, so Monday you were working, you weren't at the retreat. Tuesday you arrived.
Mhm.
Did you film Tuesday or did you film Wednesday?
Wednesday. Wednesday was the
When
last day.
okay, so you arrived there Tuesday and then Wednesday is when you filmed.
Mhm.
So if you were doing your makeup, just so I just get just
No, I wasn't doing it. I got my makeup done.
okay, so you get your makeup done. So what happened all of Tuesday that you didn't film?
I was just upstairs chilling, waiting. Just waiting upstairs. Waiting.
So the whole of Tuesday, you're just waiting, not filming.
In the guest house upstairs, yeah.
And
So apparently Donovan, so when I come in, it seemed like everybody saw a ghost. So only person at that point I was really talking to was Donovan. So that's why everybody saw me talk to Donovan. But Donovan said that he didn't know that I was upstairs. But this is my first time hearing this week that, what's his name? Paul said that he knew that I was upstairs. I never knew anybody else to know that I was upstairs. But yeah, that I got there that Tuesday about like 11 in the morning.
Okay. So for 11 in the morning on Tuesday,
Mhm.
you don't film till Wednesday
Morning.
morning. That's a whole 24 hours. Why? What did production say as the reason why you weren't they weren't gonna film you for the whole day?
That I looked exhausted. Yeah, that's it. So,
They said you looked exhausted is the reason why they wouldn't let you film.
which I was, but nothing. I wasn't drunk or high or all these lies.
Okay. Were you what happened that you maybe you're exhausted? Maybe you can give us a bit more understanding. Were you feeling exhausted? Did you feel exhausted that day?
I was exhausted from the schedule, period, which I've said 50 million times. I had no sleep. Like, I was exhausted. I fell behind on my business. I was, whew, yeah, I was over it. It was the whole process in general. Like, I got
Okay.
showing up, waking up, having to be on, set or showing up to locations for dates, multiple dates. So, yeah.
Okay. Just so that I've got it absolutely 100 locked. So you arrived Tuesday, around about 11 o'clock. You got there. Oh, the production team didn't let you film until Wednesday morning, and the reason being is because they felt like you were tired
Or that I looked tired, yeah.
or they looked tired. Did you challenge them
Well,
at all
that
and
and I
say,
need my
"I'm cool"?
makeup because when I showed up, I ain't had no makeup.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the
Laying
makeup. I mean, the makeup's not gonna take all day. That's gonna be a few hours. But
No, it shouldn't. My makeup shouldn't even take that long. So she did my makeup probably like maybe within 45 minutes. And then
okay,
chill, yeah. So I
okay,
got us food. I heard them. I heard when Tori was getting eliminated. Like I was just chilling. Yeah.
okay. So did anybody else see you come into the house when you came in on Tuesday?
None of the cast. I didn't see any of the cast until Wednesday.
So you didn't see any of the cast on Wednesday, but the cast was there from
Monday.
Monday.
Monday morning. I think Monday
So
morning.
was it through like a back door or something or?
No, it's like a total different guest house.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure. Okay, it's like a
So
totally
they
different
were
guest
like,
house.
so it was like a main big old getaway house and then like a whole side guest house. So then you would go, it's like you walk upstairs. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so okay, cool. I was just trying to just understand it. Okay, so no one saw you because it was just separate part of the house. You went into there Tuesday to Wednesday, then you was there. Okay. Now, what was your reasoning for coming to the retreat? Because obviously you at that point, I'm assuming, and you can correct me, you were pretty much done with the show, right?
Well, not yet. No.
Okay. So at that
No.
point, you weren't done with the show.
I was, but
Talk
I
to us.
wasn't. It was kind of, I was in a weird space, to be honest, because me and Demetrius weren't really talking like that. And I didn't want to come to the retreat, but they were like, oh, you should come. It's just not going to make sense. You just leaving. But when they kept me away that whole Tuesday to Wednesday, I was livid. Like, I was so pissed because I was like, I could have been at home. I could have been working. I could have been with my daughter. And so they put me in a hotel. They had me on set, kind of like away the whole time. And then they come to me, it's like 8:30 and almost 9. They're like, oh yeah, we finished filming. We're just gonna put you in a hotel and have you come on set tomorrow. And I was like, y'all
When was
have
that?
me
Oh, was that
here?
Monday?
Huh?
Was that Monday? They said that
No, this was Tuesday evening. Because I
Tuesday
didn't get
Eve.
Tuesday morning. Yeah. Like Tuesday
Okay.
morning, Tuesday afternoon. Yeah. So by this time, this is like, 8 hours later.
Mm.
Like, yeah, we're just gonna put you in a hotel. And I'm like, I've been here this whole time. What you mean you're gonna put me in a hotel? So I went to the hotel. I took one of the hottest showers and I just thought about it and I was like, I'm over it. Like, I really am. I was over it.
Mm.
So, yeah. So,
Okay.
it was funny because let me say this. When I quit the process, there was, stuff going on, drama or whatever
Mm.
that was going on. But I didn't think that I was in any of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think my name was in any of it. I thought I was clear. I just knew certain people I felt like were acting different.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially amongst the guys. And so when I came to the retreat or the getaway, me and Demetrius ended up getting into a huge argument.
Wait, so you and Demetrius get into the argument. Okay, so just to make it very clear, Tuesday morning came in, then Tuesday evening they put you in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Now this argument that's about to happen with Demetrius, is that on Tuesday or on Wednesday?
That's Wednesday.
Okay, so Wednesday you get into, okay, Wednesday. Okay, cool. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make it very clear. Okay, so Wednesday you and Demetrius get into it. Continue.
So I come into the getaway. So you see everybody look like they saw a ghost. And I come in, I was being sarcastic because I thought the cast knew. So apparently the cast did know if, you know, Paul is saying that he knew I was there because in that moment, I thought they knew, you know what I'm saying? But then Donovan and Demetrius told me that they didn't know, but now Paul is saying that they did know. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's real or what's not real anymore when it comes to reality TV because there's so many moving parts, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I came into the getaway, I come in being sarcastic, and I was like, you know, hey, what did I miss? Because they said Donovan called me. I didn't know why they said Donovan called me when I was upstairs the whole time. And so I honestly thought that the cast were talking about me or, just saying different things that weren't true. And so me and Demetrius hadn't really talked in maybe like a few days or so. So they kind of forced a conversation between me and Demetrius and was like, you and Demetrius need to talk. And I'm just kind of like, why? And we end up getting into a huge argument. He says that I said a whole bunch of things that I had never said. And so I'm like, wait, who said that? Like, I kind of did the Portia Williams Candy Bird, like, who said that type of, because it caught me off guard because I know I never said those things. So I quit literally. That was my last taping, my last episode that I had showed. I stopped answering production's call. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if Nephew Tommy called me or not. It might have been just production, but I do know, some of the producers were trying to get in touch with me and I just stopped answering their calls. So I kind of feel like I ghosted the men, I ghosted the process. So that's, I guess, when they feel like, you can just say I ghosted. But I feel like it was kind of more so still edited that way. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because they got my ex to say, like, she'll just cut you off.
But will you just cut people off?
I will just cut people off. Like, it's not a lie, but it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't feel like that's a bad quality. I don't just cut people off for no good reason. To me, it's like it's a vibe. It's an aura thing. Like, I feel I've learned that people can still be a good person, but still not be for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be friends with everybody. Everybody's not meant to be in your life. Like, so.
Okay, so sorry, just to clarify again, just the argument with Demetrius, that was over.
It just kind of went left because he sat down and he was just like, yeah, I heard that you said, that I'm this and I'm that. And I was like, who said that? And he never, in that moment, he never told me who said it. So that was my last taping, my last, being on scene with anybody until the reunion, which was in February. So that was all in October. And I didn't know anything. I didn't, fast forward, I reached out to Demetrius on, I think this Veterans Day. I reached out to him and he said he was, he was still kind of mad at me because of rumors or lies or whatever. Fast forward, he took me out for my birthday in January. And that's when he finally told me who was saying that I had said things that I didn't.
And who told him?
Which is Paul.
Oh. But wait.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. Okay, but
what allegedly. That's a new word now. Allegedly.
What? Okay, so what? Okay, so what did you tell? Allegedly, what did you tell Paul that Paul told Demetrius? Allegedly.
There was nothing that Paul was supposed to tell Demetrius.
No, but I'm saying, what did Demetrius say that Paul allegedly told him? Because Paul is saying, we've watched Paul's videos. Paul's saying that what he said. So what
Yeah,
did
I
you hear?
realize. I don't know. I'm not keeping up with Paul. I don't know.
I know, but I'm saying,
I'm not
what
keeping up
did
with
you
Paul.
allegedly say? Because
So
then we
alleged.
can match it
No,
up.
I'm not gonna. If he claims that I called him a narcissist,
Uh-huh.
and what else did he say? I called him.
I think
I don't
he
know.
said
What else did he
a
say?
demon.
Yeah, a demon.
Yeah.
Oh, I never said that though.
So you never
Like
said demon, never said narcissist.
I never said that about
What
Demetrius
did you say
at
then?
all. I literally just said he reminded me of my ex.
Okay, so you said he reminds you of your ex, but
And
your
here's
ex is a
the thing,
narcissist.
no, but that was not the thing though. And here's the thing that listen, no, seriously. No, seriously. Listen, Coach O. Me and Demetrius had already had a talk, like with
Okay.
each other before I said it. I had said it to nephew Tommy at the ladies' lounge because me and Demetrius had already had this talk. And I told him, so you kind of remind me of my ex. And the reason, and that's what let me know that there was so many moving pieces with Paul in
Mm.
regards to a lot of gossip and a lot of hearsay, because he went and was telling Demetrius, like switching things around for a conversation that had already been had. Here's what I meant. One, I wanted to just be discerning with Demetrius. Like I actually liked him. I really did. And when you meet Demetrius, he comes off as like this real cool, calm, collective brother. Like he don't show much emotion at all. So but he's definitely like, he takes accountability. He talks about healing. He talks about, going to therapy, like things that you look for in a Black brother, you know what I'm saying? Like an attractive Black male. So when I met him, he reminded me of my ex because my ex was the same way. But my ex is a narcissist. So I wasn't saying, and so I had already told Demetrius, I said, please don't take this out of context. Please don't take this as I am saying anything negative about you, because that was not the case at all. And Paul went back in a men's, I think it was a men's lounge, is that what there's word? And said that I said all these things about Demetrius in private that I never said. Me and Paul didn't have that many conversations. Literally, we had about like 4. Like, and it wasn't about it wasn't about Demetrius. You know what I'm saying? So it's very hurtful to hear all of these things that are now coming out that were supposedly said, that I said, or you know what I'm saying, about anybody, because I didn't say any of these things. Like I wasn't there for the drama. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot going on behind. It was a lot going on behind the scene when I first came on. You know what I'm saying? So outside of being exhausted with filming, with production, because I'm trying to show up and trying to make products in the middle of the night, and still make, as y'all can see, I was showing up cute slaying in the beginning, and by the last episode I was over. Like, as y'all can see, I showed up no makeup on, my wig was straight, like my wig was there, honey. Like I just did not care. Like that was that last day where I was just like, get me out of here. I just want to get home. Like that's really how I felt in that moment. Like I just felt like I was wasting so much of my time. You know what I'm saying? I really was. And I was just so hurt with just the whole process. Like even now I'm kind of hurt just to hear like where we're at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had somebody be like, am I going to press charges because he's slandering my name? And I'm just kind of like, do I want to waste the time? Like I was upset the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like I really was. My main thing was when he brought my daughter into it. Like it's just all of these lies, just like I said, I feel it's to deflect. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things are coming out of nowhere now. Like where was this? Where was all of this gossip and these lies and stuff?
We'll come there because I want you to address that. Don't worry, we're gonna give you the proper time to address that properly. Just still focus on the Demetrius situation on the show. On the show with Demetrius, I mean, you obviously had a little conversation with Demetrius. So I guess obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say that you didn't overly rate him. So obviously then the situation behind the scenes of allegedly something being said to him. So let me ask this question. What he said when he spoke to you and you went to dinner and he said, this is what Paul told me, did it match what you had told Paul? or what you
No,
allegedly had told Paul?
no. Well, yeah, Demetrius didn't tell me until January when
Yeah,
he.
yeah. So in January, that's what I mean. Sorry, I was meant to say in January.
No, it didn't match up because I never said those things. I never said it to nephew Tommy or to Tommy. I never said it to any of the ladies. I never said it to Paul. I never said it to Demetrius. Like I don't know Demetrius enough to label anything other than what I've said. And I don't need to say anything behind anybody's back. I don't need to, lie or deny. I never said those things. And it's very sad that he is saying that I did, because I never said those things. And Demetrius knows I never said those things to him at all. Like,
Okay. So you're basically saying, for you, what you're saying is Paul lied, in all honesty.
Paul did. He did lie. He did
Okay.
lie. He is lying. He's lied numerous times. He's been lying on me all week.
Okay.
Like, it's been his job this week to apparently try to slander my name. He's been doing it all week, which at this point I feel like it's obsessive. Like,
Okay.
I feel like it's coming across kind of obsessive.
I hear what you're saying.
I've seen him go in different groups and say, she wanted me, she put her hands on me. I was like, why is this a thing where you feel the need to persuade people that I wanted you? Then he was, saying that my daughter apparently was talking to other guys, which is definitely a lie. Then he was saying I was drunk. Like, it's just been something every single day of this week. And I'm not even mad. Like, I can't even give it any energy because at this point it's just it's sad.
That's cool. That's cool. So so when you said you were over it by the pretty much by the Wednesday, after you were showering on a Tuesday evening in your hotel, you come on Wednesday, you're pretty much over it. So you come back to film because you came back for Donovan only? Is that what you said?
No, I really came back to just to quit on camera. Like,
okay.
To let it be known that this process wasn't for me. So I came in and I asked Donovan to take a walk with me. And let me tell y'all the funniest thing. If Donovan is watching, he can definitely not contest. This shit was hilarious. We turned around and he was like, the cameraman was following us. And I didn't know that the cameraman was going to follow us. He was the only person that I felt comfortable talking to, because I felt like we actually had, we came in the process at the same time. So I felt like we had actually created a friendship, or started to create a genuine friendship. And so he said, what the WTF? Like, because the cameramen were right there and he didn't know what I was about to say, and so I just proceeded to tell him, like, I think this process isn't for me. I don't think I have strong enough bonds with any of the guys here. And he did look lost and confused. Like, what do you mean? Like, you actually, there's some guys who wanted to talk to you. But I just didn't feel, I'm going to be real. Like, I just felt in that moment, I feel like it was for TV. You know what I'm saying? Not on my end, but I felt like from the guys' end, like, I felt like they weren't really putting in that work to show me that if they were worth getting to know once leaving. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I meant when I had said that I wanted to be discerning when it came to Demetrius. Like, I didn't want to just say, oh, I'm choosing you because it's a dating show. Like, I wanted to be able to say, you know what, I want to genuinely get to continuously get to know you once we leave here. That's all that I was, saying. And something so small has became something so big or so unnecessary because of somebody's ego.
So are you saying, okay, just to make it clear again, so you're saying that you came back on just to quit on camera, fair enough. And then you're saying after the situation, after the fact, that you wanted to see if the men were serious enough, or at least if the men were serious enough.
Not before I quit. No, not before I quit. I feel like in the process of me being on the show.
Yes.
I feel like the main person that showed the most consistency out of all the men was Demetrius.
Okay, so Demetrius was the most consistent, not Donovan.
Yeah, out of all the men, out of all of them, Demetrius. Like I said, Donovan showed more of, we were more like friends, Like he was easy to talk to, but
Okay.
it wasn't that type of chemistry. It's more of like brother and sister. I feel
Okay.
like to date wise, I feel like Demetrius.
So
And
Demetrius, date wise, he was one that was kind of putting in, giving you that energy that you needed in a sense. Okay.
but he's something he started changing up. And apparently that's when stuff was being said in the men's lounge.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay. So because it's a bit confusing. Okay. So then,
I know, right? Try being me.
uh, because obviously, if I remember correctly, last time it was not Demetrius, it was Donovan that was. I think you kind of spoke about coming back for. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. Now it's Demetrius. I don't know. Maybe I might have to go back through the
What do you
last
mean?
interview that we did.
What do you
But
mean?
I think remember last time we spoke, if I remember correctly, you were talking about coming back, and it was more of a case of the fact that you and Donovan had at least something, maybe not even a relationship, but at least something was there that you could speak to Donovan about.
Mm-hmm.
But now we've got Demetrius in the fold and not Donovan anymore. We've got Demetrius being the one that was more in the ascendancy. I think that's why I'm a
No,
little bit
they both
confused.
were. No, they both were
Okay.
my top. They were definitely were. But that's what I'm saying. People were wondering why did I come back and talk to Donovan out of all of them.
Yeah.
That moment, that's who I was the closest with, Donovan.
Okay. Donovan was the closest you. Okay.
Yeah,
That's who you were with at the moment. Okay.
that's who I was the closest. That's who I was able to talk to. Me and Demetrius weren't. He wasn't really. He was acting different. And
Okay.
at that moment, that's when we got into an argument where he let me know what was going on or how he was feeling or what was being said, which was things that I had no idea about. He wasn't telling me these things off camera. And so apparently he wanted to wait until the getaway to tell, I guess to talk to me, which to me still kind of had me a little bit confused because it's like, why would you wait to, talk to me about all of this stuff on camera versus, telling me how you're feeling or what's going on if you're really feeling me. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So your connection with Donovan was more of a friendship stuff. Just quickly again clarify your situation
Well, we
with
did. We had a connection. We did. We had a connection. Like, I'm not going to deny that. We did. Donovan is definitely attractive. No offense, Carmen.
no, I know you didn't mean that. Okay, so you did have a connection with Donovan. That's what I was thinking. Like, last time I remember
We did.
you
We
saying
did have
you had a
a
connection.
connection.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why I said that you had a connection with Donovan last time. That's why I was confused as to
Yeah.
you
No,
know
we
the,
did.
the
When I realized that I knew I would be wasting my time when
okay, go on.
me, him, and Sabrina went on the date. Which again, I told you it didn't go down like that. That actually was a good date. I told you that it was kind of edited to make it seem like I was over the process, which I was over the process, but not in that moment. It really was a good date. Like I said, felt like it was a double date. It felt like me and Phil were on a date with Donovan and Sabrina. And just being around them, I was like, they really had great chemistry. They really did. So, it's not surprising that they almost, made it until they didn't.
Mm,
Because when I was there, I felt they had good chemistry as well too. So yeah,
okay.
that's the moment when I knew I was like, and that was before the getaway. So that's the moment when I knew I was like, you know what, he attractive, but it's not like that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so you made a comment on the reunion about Paul. You said that he wanted you to self-eliminate with him. Um, is that still the case? Do you still stand by that comment that you made?
Because that's what happened.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I don't want to speak on other people's experiences
Of
because
course.
I feel like then it exposes their situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just be 100. I don't mind speaking on my situation, but I will say when I came into that process, when it was what I believe still 7 men or something like that, and 6 or 7 women, and within the first week, within the first few days of me meeting Demetrius, I wanted to self-eliminate. And at that time, Paul, I guess, was trying to convince me that he wanted to self-eliminate. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I've seen like one of the group chats, he showed up and was like, how do I go from wanting to self-eliminate to want to make it to the end? People change all the time. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my place to be trying to debate on people on when they decide they want to change their storyline amongst a reality show. Like, I don't know. I just know at one point when I was talking to him about wanting to self-eliminate, he was trying to convince me that he wasn't attracted to any of the women and that he wanted to self-eliminate. And that's the honest to God truth. Like, I have no reason to make up a whole lie and pertaining to him. Like, I'm not going to retaliate or take back what was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, all because he wants to try to troll me online all week. Like,
Okay, just give me a little more understanding. I'm trying to understand something here. So you're saying that okay, sorry, I'm trying to cover again. So just give us again your thoughts again around this situation of self-elimination. You're dealing with Paul. Did he directly say he wants you basically to self-eliminate and leave with him? Is that what you're saying? I just want to make it very clear so that when I ask him questions, I can ask very straightforward questions.
oh, no. So I wanted to self-eliminate myself, and he was saying we should self-eliminate together. Like, we should leave because he's not feeling anybody else, and
Okay.
I surprised him coming onto the show. So it was more of us, I guess, to have a storyline as if we're together. But no, it wasn't as in like, you should leave with me. Like, no. But he was trying to convince that we leave together, as in like, I guess we're choosing each other. Yeah.
But on the reunion, maybe there's a way edited. You said it straight. You said, but you were trying to get me to leave, get me to self-eliminate for you. So
Paul wanted me to self-eliminate with him. He did. As we were leaving together. Yes, that's the truth.
is that how you said it on the reunion? Because obviously it's edited, but it sounded like you were basically saying that Paul was trying to get you to self-eliminate, basically, in a sense. But you're saying that you're already self-eliminating. That's slightly different to what you kind of said on the reunion.
I wanted to self-eliminate. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's slightly different. If you want to self-eliminate,
Mm-hmm.
and then he says, "Why don't we self-eliminate
Paul wanted me
together?"
to self-eliminate
Yeah,
and
why don't you say that he wanted to
together.
self-eliminate with you? Because you threw it as a shot to say that he tried to make you self-eliminate, but that's not the case. You were already trying to self-eliminate, and he was trying to self-eliminate with
I don't
you. Isn't
think so.
that slightly different to what you kind of said in the reunion?
No, I don't think so. I think I said exactly what I just said, which is he wanted me to eliminate as us to leave together. That's exactly what I said. Paul wanted me to self-eliminate with him because he didn't want, supposedly here's the thing. Supposedly he claimed he was already going to be eliminating by a particular date. So that's why he was like, we should leave, which was an upcoming date, which I believe was like October 15th or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so he was trying to convince me that we should leave together. Because I really was feeling, at one point I did like him. I did. But when I found all this out, it just became weird. And it became at one point when we weren't talking about getting to know each other. It was more of about the drama going on. So yeah.
Okay. It's slightly different to what you said in the reunion, if I'm honest with you. I have to be honest with you. What you said in the reunion is not
I
what you said. right now.
I don't think so, but perception is everything. That is one thing I've learned.
No. You actually said what you said on the reunion. That is point
Paul
blank.
wanted me to self-eliminate with him. He did. He
Yeah,
wanted
but
it.
you spun it in a particular way though. Like it's like
I didn't what I said exactly what I said. I just because I didn't elaborate on what
but
I
that's
said,
economical with the truth. If you don't elaborate, you're being
that's not a
economical with the
lie.
truth.
I definitely didn't lie.
Someone might call it a lie. I'm saying you're being economical with the truth, and that's cheeky because what you
I
did
didn't
was you painted a
tell
picture.
the truth. I didn't disregard any of the truth. I didn't go around it. I didn't go above it. I went straight through it. I told exactly how
But
it
you
happened.
didn't.
If that's what
Tina, you
you want
didn't.
to say. If that's
I'm
what
only
you want to
comparing what you said on a reunion
listen,
to what you said
I'm
now.
not gonna argue with you, nor I'm not
It's not
gonna.
about arguing.
I'm not gonna debate. I we can agree.
You can't debate what was on the film. Like, how can you debate what's on the film? You said what you said on the reunion, and
Okay.
I'm saying to you that's what you said, and then you're telling me you've expanded here, and I'm like, well, you intentionally didn't share the whole story and put it as a particular way so that it will look a certain way. I'm not on Paul's side, by the way. I'm just
I
holding you to
literally
account
told
because
what
you
happened.
you know what I
So,
mean.
but I
I'm just
get what
holding you
you're
to account.
saying. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. But I'm
Okay.
not saying I definitely didn't lie. So
I'm not saying you lied. I'm saying you've been economical with the truth. That's slightly different.
whatever works for you.
All right.
I said
So
exactly what happened. But go ahead.
okay. Okay. So then the situation then further on, you said that that the men not the men, you said that Paul was basically the only one that kind of said he spoke to the child or whatever. Is that I want to make it very clear. Are you saying that only Paul was the one that was saying that he spoke to the child?
I don't. Apparently, he said it was a few of them. Like we were in a group, and apparently he said it was him, Clifton, Tori. I don't know, and Demetrius. It couldn't have been Donovan. Donovan's reached out to me and said he had no parts of that. Eric reached out and said he had no parts of that. Like none of those men have talked to my daughter except for Demetrius. Demetrius has spoken to my daughter. She has said hi, Mr. D. So he's definitely spoken. Anybody else? No.
So only Demetrius spoke to the daughter, and no one else spoke to the daughter. No one even said hi. No
No,
one's
my
been on the
daughter
phone
says
with.
hi. My daughter says hi to everybody when she's in the background. Hi, she's 2. Anybody with a toddler knows that. So, but no, they didn't talk to my daughter, especially Clifton. Me and Clifton only had one phone conversation. My daughter wasn't around, and I contacted all of them and went off. Only person I didn't contact was Paul because Paul was no point to go off on. Like Paul is trying to deflect from me calling him out from the reunion because I called him out as a liar. He did get exposed for only being on the show for exposure. It was the truth. Like I called him out then, like, but to make it this whole thing of telling lies on me, it's just ridiculous. So
Okay.
yeah, me and Clifton only had one phone conversation. We had text, and I still have those text messages and our text messages in regard because he let me know, like me and him we knew it was him and Joy. We're not saying like I definitely could see that him and Dakia had something too, but when I came in, he let me know that he had a strong thing with Joy. He did. So we knew it was nothing like that, and we our text messages.
Oh wait, Clifton let you know from early that he had a strong connection with Joy.
Well, you got to remember, by the time I came in, by this time it was like 5 weeks into filming. So
no, it's important that you shared, not just for your interview, but for when we do other interviews. So you're saying Clifton let you know pretty much from the. So you had a conversation with Clifton, and Clifton said to you he had a good conversation with he had a good connection with Joy.
Yeah, but he also said, no, let me clarify something.
I'm just.
Clifton did say that he was still in the process. He did because he wanted to go out on a date with me, and I was just like, no, because at this point it was after the swimming pool where we had the truth or dare, and Joy had already kissed him, which I feel like it was kind of like people marking their territory.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying. So after that point, I was just kind of like, it ain't much to say, bruh, you know. So I thought he was cool. I definitely thought he was cool, but I don't know if that's something that's being said. I have I don't know
No,
where.
no, there was nothing for me to say that. I wanted to just clarify. So
Yeah, I
did he
don't
let you
know.
know that he
He
had a
said
good
that
connection
I just
with?
know I text Clifton going off saying,
Yeah.
you never had a conversation with my child, and I wish karma on all of them for those who know that they never had a conversation with my child and they're lying.
Okay, that's cool. Just follow that line. Did Clifton also let you know that he had a strong connection with Lakia?
He never really talked about the kid. Like, not saying like
It's
I'm
not beef. It's not beef. I just wanted to know
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Like, he didn't really talk about the kid, but like I said, listen, I had an interview the other day on Saturday with Kamisha reviewing them, and I said from watching the season, I from watching the season, I feel like him and Dakia definitely had chemistry from watching the season. So I can see how, I don't know what was said behind the scenes, because apparently, as we can see, there was a lot of lies and things being misconstrued behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what Clifton was telling Dakia. And men do lie. Men lie, to make their egos, to make themselves feel more important.
But I mean, he let you know straight away though. He had a strong connection with
Yeah.
Joy though.
Well, yeah, at this point I called it out too. Like, he wanted to take me out on a date. And I was like, you was just kissing Joy. He was like, I'm not gonna lie, I do have, feelings for Joy, but I'm still in this process. Da, da, da. And I was just like, no, we're good. We're good. We
Mm,
can be friends. So
mm.
yeah.
Because of the kiss, you knew that it was not. It's not that.
Yeah, listen, like I said,
That's
it was
what
like
I wanted
dogs
to know.
marking
Yeah,
their territory. They was just going and
makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So, quick question as well. I mean, well, was there anything else you wanted to address with the Paul situation before I move on?
I mean, honestly, no. I mean, it's nothing else to say. Everything that Paul is saying is a lie. I can't give it no energy because I feel like I know that's not true, and it's sad. Like I said, I don't have a reputation in the most way that I feel like I have to uphold against, anything that he's saying. So I can understand why he's, going to bats to say all of these things to make me look bad or to deflect from whatever was said at the reunion. But, I didn't lie, I just, I called him out in regards to me finding out that I feel like he sabotaged my connection with Demetrius.
Because of
Going back,
what he said to Demetrius. You mean?
yeah, by going back and like telling him things. But apparently he was like, I also heard like that he said that I was mad at Tori over a kiss with Precious, and that's not true either. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna tell the whole story, Paul, tell the whole story. Paul was the one who told me about the kiss. Like, yeah, Paul was the one who told me that they kissed, and I wasn't mad at Tori that they kissed. I don't care, no disrespect to Precious, but I like Precious. Like, I was tripping on Precious. I asked Tori about it just to see like if he could be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's very important that if you mess up, you mess up. You know what I'm saying? Or not mess up, because to me it's a process. Like, it's a dating process. So I just wanted to see, like, could you be as friends, or can we just be open and honest with each other? And he was like, it didn't happen, or nothing happened, or whatever. And so we were still cool. I wasn't mad at him. I just didn't want to date him. Like, I was just kind of like, if stuff happened, you wouldn't keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't just tell me what happened. Like,
So did you have a connection with Tori for you to have those type of conversations anyway? Did you guys have a connection like that?
not like that, no. Like, he wanted to date me. He did. He wanted to date me. Like, I thought Tori was cute. I did. I thought he was very attractive. But I think after that situation, like, for me, that's just very important to me. Like, to date, like, I just want to see how honest you can be. And if I just ask you something that I already know, you know what I'm saying? Especially because this cast talked a lot. Like, gossip was it spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew what it was. And I just wanted to see if he could keep it, be honest, and he couldn't. So I didn't have an issue with him, as in, like, I didn't want to be cool with him. I just was like, I knew.
So you didn't have a conversation? Did you have a conversation after with Tori? Did you have a conversation with him? Did you not call him after the whole situation about the kiss
Yeah, we had
situation?
a whole talk about it, but he was mad at me. I think that's when he said it on at the getaway. I'm not feeling her.
Why did he suddenly say that he was not feeling her?
I don't know. Probably because that was after the whole. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Like I don't know. But yeah, we had a whole talk about it. Like we actually had a talk about it like a few weeks ago, like maybe two
Yeah. So
months.
what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Why did he say that then? Why did he say that he was not mad at you then?
Oh no, he didn't say he was actually mad at me. He was just like, if that's how I feel, then that's how I feel, and yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
Wait. Okay. So just screw it a little bit. So that's how you feel. What? Wait. Because you said you wasn't pressed about the situation. So why would he be saying that's how you feel?
No, I just wanted to like clarify. I was like, you do know, like we hung out a few weeks, like maybe like 2 months ago. And I was like, you do know that I didn't have an issue with you kissing Precious,
Okay.
right? Yeah, I just wanted to like clarify that with him. And he was just like, it's fine. Like he basically was just like, it's not that big of a deal,
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, that's how you feel. I was just like letting him know, to me it's important that if you like me or you want to date me, if I already know stuff has happened, like if you could just be honest.
Mm.
And he feels like he doesn't have to tell stuff like that. And I respect that he doesn't. He's a grown ass man. But for me, I just want somebody who can keep it a buck all the time.
Okay. So situation obviously then with uh I know I think you got cleared actually, but Precious Ace Laverne situation, did they finally get through to you and call you?
Who?
Either Carmen or Precious, did they speak to you?
No, I didn't know about that situation until the reunion.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
okay, so
like that. Carmen, so this is the only thing I don't know nothing about coming in cahoots or alignment to get Laverne out. That I know nothing about that. Carmen did reach out to me and Sabrina and in text message, and I still have the text thread. And we were just asking like, how was your date, or who you have a date with, or whatever. But it's literally nowhere in the thread did we mention Laverne, because nobody had a date with Laverne. So
Agree.
yeah. So I don't know where a call came in. I never heard anything about Carmen nor Sabrina being in cahoots for anything. So yeah.
Mm, fair enough. I
Ron
definitely hear.
blocked me because of all of this.
Who?
He blocked, well, we're cool
Oh,
now. Yeah, we're
yeah.
good. We spoke the other day and we're good. But he asked me and I didn't know. Like I told him, I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't say anything about anybody.
Mm. And I guess my final kind of session. Okay, Paul seemed. I mean, not Paul. Donovan seemed distressed that you guys didn't get to continue your connection. So I know you said obviously you had a more of a friendship vibe from the retreat, but it seemed like he was pressed about the fact that he didn't get to continue his connection with you. Were you aware of that?
No. Like honestly, no. I mean, I look at it as people. I'm gonna quote Paul on this one.
Mm,
People end up where they're supposed to be. Like
mm,
that's I would him and Carmen, they are a wonderful couple, and everything happens you know how it's supposed to happen in divine timing.
okay. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anything else you want to clear up before we wrap up?
I don't think there's anything to clear up.
No.
I'm honestly, this is my last
Nice
interview.
one. Yeah.
Like I'm moving on from this whole situation. Like I said,
Mm.
I honestly did not know. I called Paul out in February. I didn't know we had this much beef. He didn't contact me and tell me he wanted to talk, or he was, still mad or whatever. So it's very sad that, a grown man of his age and caliber has resulted to this, slandering my name, talking
I
about.
mean, Listen, Paul's up in the chat. I'm just going to be honest with you. Listen, he's up in the chat a lot.
Yeah.
He's here right now. I can see him message now.
I mean, I can't. I'm not reading the comments,
That's
so
cool. That's cool. You don't have to.
yeah.
I was. Uh
I'm not reading the comments, so
That's cool.
I said somebody messaged me this morning and was like, "Do you know he's slandering your name?" I was just like, "Hey."
Would
At this
you?
point, I'm
Uh
moving on with life. Like people that know me know me. People that want to get to know me will get to know me. At this point, he has too much time on his hands that he spent the whole week trolling me, and he everywhere, every chat I'm in, everything I say, anything I do, he feels the need to come under and say lies and try to slander or defame my name. It's very sad. So
Well, I mean, do you know what? I'm a person that likes to, hopefully, bring healing to people. Do you know what I'm saying? And
I don't
hopefully
need no healing. I
positivity.
don't need no healing with that one.
No,
I'm
no, no.
listen, when you bring the kids and when you start spreading lies to make me
Mm.
look like a bad mom, there's no coming back. There's no healing. I left that to God. Like God told me to let it be. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. God knows the truth. So, it's no point for me to
Would you have a conversation with him?
it's no, oh no, it's no point. He said enough about me. He's slandered my name enough. Like I'm a
Mm.
drunk, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a bad mom. Like I'm everything. I'm listen in my
What? So why don't we bring it up here? Why don't we bring it up here and you tell
32
him?
years of living, I've never heard someone slander or say this much about me in my life. Like this is he knows me better than I think my own mama does. Like this is crazy. It really is. Like, who child? That's all I got
If
to say.
would you talk to him if I brought him up?
No, it's nothing. I have nothing to say to him. I really don't.
Fair enough.
He's said enough. He
Okay.
has. I'm pretty sure he'll have a lot to say in his interviews about me and keep slandering my name. And listen,
Okay.
we could have had this talk. Like I said, the reunion was filmed in February. We could have had this talk months ago. He didn't have to wait till the week of the reunion to deliver all this tea about me that I didn't even know. Thank you for telling me about myself.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you.
I
I'm glad
appreciate
to
you.
wrap this chapter up of my life. It was a pleasure talking to you 2 times. So yeah, 2 times.
It's a pleasure. You know it is. I appreciate Listen, good luck. And I want to see you win. So continue to be bold and courageous and going forward. And I pray that the Lord favor continues to follow you around. You know what I mean? So
Amen.
I thank you again for coming on here. Listen, audience, I'll be back. Well, I know apparently Paul wants to talk, so I'm gonna give him opportunity if he wants to. But
Oh, go ahead, do your thing. I'm logging out.
no worries.
I'm gonna go get my daughter. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you.
You enjoy his show, y'all. Whatever he has to say about me.
Well, we'll challenge him as well. Don't worry, we'll challenge him as well. So, all right.
Listen, whatever helps him sleep at night, I ain't mad at it. Whatever helps him sleep at night. God knows truth. Good night, y'all. Namaste.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much,
All
Tina.
right, with love.
Love. All right, audience members, I'm gonna pop off on this one. We'll start a new live. So we're gonna come back in 2 minutes' time. We're gonna start a new live. Paul, if you said you're serious about coming on, I'm gonna give you half an hour, right? Because we need to do a proper interview. If you want to come on, you want to talk, I'm gonna give you half an hour. But to do things properly, we need to do a proper interview. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you half an hour because we need to sort this out, right? So, boy, I'm gonna come back in 2 minutes. I'm gonna start a new live. Paul, I'm gonna send you the link I'm gonna send you a link in your DM. But I'm gonna start a new live and we're gonna kick again. You got 30 minutes, Paul, and I'm gonna challenge you. All right, so we gonna get it chopping. All right, cool. Audience, we're back in literally 2 minutes. I'm gonna start a new live. Look out for it, and we'll go again. But I thank you again for coming through for this interview. It was interesting. So we'll see you again in about 2 minutes time. Much love. Yeah, babe. You know what kind.